we're still hanging out with our friend, the iconic Omar Epps. Woohoo!
Yes.
Omar, let's talk about your movie, which came out April 1st, The Devil You Know. Tell us about the movie and why you chose to do this.
The Devil You Know, that's another one of my babies. I'm so proud of it. Charles Murray, who's a good friend of mine, he wrote and directed the piece. And my character, I play a character named Marcus. He's basically a fractured human being. Like if you could picture like an actual picture and it's ripped apart and then you have tape on it to keep it in the frame.
Yeah.
That's who he is when the audience meets him.
Wow.
And so, you know, this is a guy who's he's battling with sobriety. He's just got a new job. He's just opened himself up to possibly have romance again. And then Charles and I were like, what if you threw a grenade on top of all of that?
Oh, God.
By what he has to encounter with, he finds out one of his brothers may have had something to do with something that's really horrible. And then what do you do with that information? So it's a story about morality, redemption,
I love that.
that brotherhood, and specifically, intentionally, from the lens of Blackness.
Gotcha.
Wow. Speaking of family, even behind the scenes, your wife is actually playing your sister-in-law in the movie, your wife, Keisha.
Yeah.
I'm so curious, did you, like, help her with the acting? Like, how did that go down?
Nah, you know those conversations ain't gonna go. No,
She's like, I got this.
Yeah, no, shout out to Keisha, my wife, my beautiful wife. She has been training for years with Tasha Smith.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
You know, on her own. And my thing is always about wanting to see her win. And it's funny because as the piece was coming together, one day Charles Murray calls me. He's like, you know who would be great for this role? And I'm like, who? And he says, your wife. And I'm like, damn, I should have thought of that. Because now I can't tell her, you got to tell her.
Right, exactly. Right.
This is going to be an argument.
Right.
Yeah.
But, and also my beautiful daughter, Kamari, she has 2 songs in the film.
Yeah.
That
It's
she
a family
co-wrote with.
affair.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it all came together organically, you know, because I was talking to Charles, like, we didn't have a big budget or anything like that, but where do you want music in the piece and this, that, and the other? And he was like, let them go cook. And they came up with some fire. And so I'm really proud of that.
Listen, I love your wife. She is an amazing person. She's a great mom and a good friend.
Yeah.
What's the secret? Because you're almost married 16 years, and in Hollywood, that's a feat.
Yeah.
So what's your secret?
It was a cold day back in
not again.
1622. There is no secret. If I had that, I'd be richer than Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
But so obviously you have communication, trust those things.
Yeah.
But for us, I feel like we took breaking up off the table. And at least for me, that really just sort of revolutionized what it is to be in a relationship, because it changed everything about how you deal with conflict. Because you ain't got that card to put, you know, we go through relationships, we got, I'm out of here, we breaking up.
Right.
When you don't have that card on the table, it changes why you're saying what you're saying, how you convey, how you communicate. And it's really that simple for me.
Now you're always working towards resolution.
Right, exactly, because I don't want you to feel this way. You know, I respect you as a human being. I respect you as my wife is one of my best friends. Okay, I feel this way. I'm thinking that. Let me think about how to convey that. Even if she's right or if I'm right, it doesn't even matter who's right.
Yeah.
It's, at the end of the day, I want her to shine.
That is so special.
You know?
So special. Now, you just talked about your daughter obviously creating music. Did you ever get even slightly scared thinking about your children being in entertainment?
Yeah. I didn't want, I really didn't want any of them. I mean, my oldest daughter, Ayana, that's my beautiful, she's our flower child, you know. She kind of is in her own, she's so smart and so talented. My son, Amir, I think he's gonna be an engineer or something like that. Like
okay.
He's a, you know, but he's talented as well. But Kamari, you just can't stop it. When it's there, it's there, you know? And so my main thing is like, I don't know if some of your audience might remember Showtime at the Apollo.
Of course.
Of course.
Right? But, you know, whenever there would be like somebody that goes up there and you kind of cringe, like I hope they sing well, then just hit the high note. If you hit the high note, you're good.
Right.
Yes.
That's how I felt like with my daughter, like, she wants to sing. You can't stop it. It's just coming out of her since she was 2 years old. And my whole thing was just about her wanting to be good, because we know how hard this industry is. But she's been putting in the work in a real way. And I'm proud of her, you know, and I'm excited to see her journey unfold.
I
That's
love
amazing.
that. And guess what? We're also excited to see this clip that we have right here from The Devil You Know. Let's check it out.
Marcus Collins.
Yes?
Detective Joe McDonald, homicide.
You shouldn't have went to my parents' house.
It's the only address I have for Drew.
So what you doing here?
I wanted to ask you if you knew anything about an anonymous tip that was called in about the Gerbich case. It's the reason we brought your brother in.
Yes! Omar, thank you so
You're
much for
so
stopping
good.
by and chatting with us. Omar's new novel, Nubia the Awakening, is out November 8th, but you can pre-order copies everywhere books are sold. And also make sure that you go and support his new film, The Devil You Know, in theaters now.